God says, "My child, prepare your heart, for a divine goodbye is approaching." The date is marked October 5th. You will feel it before you see it. A shift, a silence, a presence fading from your life, not by accident, but by heaven's design. Archangel Michael declares, this is not loss. This is protection. Someone who once carried importance in your story is being released from your path because their season in your destiny is over. They were never meant to cross into your next chapter. Their role was temporary, but your purpose is eternal. Heaven says, do not cling to what I am removing. Every ending you mourn is clearing room for divine renewal. The tears you cry now are watering the soil of your next miracle. Your heart will not stay empty for long. What leaves is replaced by something holy. Before this video ends, I will reveal the real reason why this goodbye had to happen, and why heaven chose this exact moment to shift your connections. But first, listen carefully, beloved soul. God says, I saw how much you gave, how deeply you loved, how long you waited for them to change. Yet they kept pulling your spirit away from peace. You prayed for clarity, now I am answering. This departure is not rejection, it is redirection. You are not being punished, you are being positioned. The enemy wanted to keep you trapped in emotional confusion, but heaven is cutting the cords. When you release who cannot stay, you make space for who must come. Archangel Michael speaks. October 5 is not a date of sadness. It is your spiritual doorway. The one leaving your life was sent for a lesson, not a lifetime. Their exit may hurt, but soon you will understand. What felt like heartbreak was the sound of chains breaking. This message is reaching you because heaven knew your spirit needed confirmation. You have felt it already. The energy pulling away, the silence growing, the inner knowing whispering. Something is about to change. Yes, it is true, but do not fear the goodbye. Fear staying where you no longer belong. God says, I am removing the wrong voices so you can hear mine clearly again. You are stepping into a new frequency of peace, clarity, and purpose. The people meant for your next season will not drain you. They will honor you. Your spirit will feel safe again. Now listen, this is the deeper revelation. The person leaving your life is part of the spiritual exchange that opens your inheritance. Once they depart, the blessing that was delayed will finally find you. Their presence was blocking the flow. The moment they exit, doors will open, opportunities will multiply. Love will return in divine timing. Heaven says, this is not just goodbye, it is the unlocking of your next beginning. So when the silence comes, thank me. When the message goes unread, trust me. When the relationship fades, release it with peace. You are not losing them. Heaven is relocating you. Archangel Michael declares, the energy of October 5 is sacred. It marks the end of emotional captivity. It ushers in divine freedom. And for those who obey this word, miracles will appear quickly. If your heart feels this message, type in the comments, I am ready for heaven's goodbye. Comment your angel number as a sign of agreement. Like this video to align with divine timing. Subscribe now so you never miss what heaven releases next. And if this word confirms something deep within you, support this channel through super thanks. It helps us continue delivering heaven's messages to souls like yours. God says, be still, for what is leaving was never your loss. It was your liberation. The biggest goodbye will lead to your greatest hello. And when October 5th passes, you will understand. Heaven didn't take from you. Heaven protected you. Your tears will turn to testimony. Your silence will become strength. And your heart will finally rest in peace. Knowing nothing heaven removes is ever meant to stay. God says, my child, when I remove someone from your path, I am not leaving you empty. I am clearing space for the harvest that has been waiting. What you called loss, I call transition. What you called heartbreak, I call rebirth. You have been carrying a connection that weighed on your heart more than it lifted your spirit. Heaven has watched your tears fall quietly, night after night, wondering why it hurt so much to love someone who could not stay. But listen closely now, for this is heaven's truth. Not every love is meant to last forever. but every love is meant to teach you something eternal. You learned compassion. You learned forgiveness. You learned how to see your own worth even when someone else could not recognize it. And now, I am bringing you into a season where your value will no longer need to be proven. It will be celebrated. Archangel Michael declares, "Beloved soul, this separation is divine surgery." God is cutting away what has been infected by pain and confusion. He is cleansing your atmosphere so your spirit can breathe again. The person leaving your life might not understand the reason, but heaven does. The vibration of your calling has risen, and not everyone can rise with you. You prayed for a sign. This is your confirmation. The changes happening around you are not coincidences. The conversations that suddenly stop, the doors that no longer open, the connections that begin to fade, these are all instruments of divine orchestration. Heaven is gently pulling you out of spaces that no longer serve your destiny. God says, "You have been walking with people who could not hear my voice at the frequency I'm about to speak. They loved you, but their vision was too small for your next assignment. So I am lifting you out of old cycles and planting you into a new atmosphere where you will thrive. What feels like loss now is simply the sound of heaven rearranging your surroundings. Do not fear this goodbye. You are not being abandoned. You are being anointed anew. You are not losing stability. You are gaining strength. Every separation I allow comes with divine compensation. For every door that closes, I have prepared 3 that will open. For every heart that leaves, I am aligning one that will stay and heal you." Archangel Michael declares, "Child of light, you must not chase what heaven has dismissed. When something falls away suddenly, it means heaven has already completed its purpose in your life. To hold on to it longer is to delay your miracle. There is a blessing standing at the gate of your tomorrow, waiting for your hands to be empty enough to receive it. Let go, beloved soul. Release with grace what is no longer yours." You may feel the urge to message them, to hold one more conversation, to fix what feels broken. But heaven says, "Be still. You cannot repair what I have decided to replace. If you keep trying to resurrect what I have buried, you will only exhaust yourself. The peace you seek will not come from explanation. It will come from surrender." God says October 5 is not random. It is the day heaven finalizes what has been unfolding behind the scenes. There are spiritual documents being signed in your favor. I am sealing old covenants that no longer align with your growth. I am shifting timelines to align you with the destiny I originally designed for you before heartbreak distorted your path. You have cried long enough. You have tried long enough. Now I am stepping in. There will be signs before this goodbye comes. You will dream of departures. You will feel strange stillness in your conversations. You will sense a pulling back. These are not coincidences. They are the trumpet calls of transition. Heaven is saying, "Prepare your heart. Pack lightly. The old season is closing." Archangel Michael declares, "After the goodbye, expect acceleration. The energy that was once entangled in emotional warfare will be released back into your purpose. You will wake up with new creativity. You will receive unexpected calls. Divine helpers will appear, people who see you as heaven sees you. This is the rearranging of your circle, a pruning before you're blooming. And yes, beloved soul, this will hurt for a moment. But pain is not proof that you are failing. It is proof that you are healing. Every tear you shed is being collected in heaven's jar. Every sigh, every silent night where you questioned if you did something wrong, is known by the Father. God says, you did nothing wrong by loving. You just loved someone who could not meet you at your divine altitude. Now listen, for this part is crucial. When the person leaves, do not curse their name. Bless them. Pray for them. Forgive them completely. Your forgiveness will be the key that unlocks your next miracle. Bitterness will block your flow. Forgiveness will release it. Speak their name to heaven, not to anger. Release them with peace, and heaven will reward your obedience. God says, there will be silence before the blessing. Do not mistake the quiet as absence. It is alignment. I am resetting your spirit, preparing you to hear new instructions. The noise of old connections had clouded your discernment, but now clarity will return like morning light. You will see why it all had to unfold this way. Archangel Michael speaks. You have entered a divine countdown. Every day leading to October 5th carries sacred energy. Angels are preparing your path. They are rearranging your schedule, protecting your steps, even delaying certain things to make sure you are exactly where heaven needs you to be when the divine shift happens. You might notice interruptions, plans falling through, calls not being returned, messages unanswered. Do not panic. This is divine interference. Heaven is protecting your heart from repeating old cycles. Every no you receive in this season is a yes to your higher calling. God says, after the goodbye, you will rise. What looked like the end will become your elevation. People will wonder how you moved on so peacefully, how your spirit began to glow again. That glow will be me resting upon you. My peace will guard your heart. My favor will crown your steps, and my voice will guide you to the next door. When this happens, do not look back. The enemy will try to whisper, maybe you made a mistake. Silence that voice immediately. Remember, heaven never takes without intention. When I close a chapter, it is because the story has already been fulfilled. To reopen it is to rewrite pain. Archangel Michael declares, Beloved, you are not losing love. You are making room for holy love. The kind of love that does not confuse you, does not drain you, does not demand you to shrink. You will know it by its peace. You will recognize it by its ease. Heaven is sending someone who will not question your worth because they will see it through heaven's eyes. You must walk through this goodbye with faith, not fear. Comment below if your spirit agrees. I trust heaven's goodbye. Type your angel number in the comments as a declaration of divine alignment. Like this video to seal your faith and share it to help another soul preparing for their own release. Subscribe to this channel so you never miss heaven's timing. And if this message touched your heart, support through super thanks. You are helping angelic words reach those still waiting for light. God says, after the biggest goodbye comes the biggest hello, the one that will make sense of every unanswered prayer, the one that will make your tears look like seeds planted in sacred soil. What is coming is not random, it is restoration. Heaven will replace every pain with purpose, every loneliness with laughter, every broken bond with divine companionship. Archangel Michael concludes this part by declaring, You will not end this year empty. Mark this word. October 5 is not your breaking, it is your becoming. Heaven is orchestrating a divine release that will free your heart, open your destiny, and reveal who is truly meant to walk beside you into the light of your promise. God says, My beloved child, when I close a door, it's never to punish you, it's to protect your promise. There is a reason I am allowing this goodbye, even though your heart wanted a different ending. The one leaving your life was not built to handle the next level of blessing I am releasing to you. You have prayed for elevation, but elevation requires separation. You have asked me to show you who is for you, and now I am answering that prayer through divine removal. Archangel Michael declares, Heaven is not taking from you, it is trimming you. Just as a gardener prunes a tree to make it bear more fruit, heaven is cutting off what would limit your growth. What looks like loss is preparation for multiplication. Soon, what you thought you needed will be replaced by something so divine that you will look back and say, God knew what he was doing all along. You have cried over this person. You have tried to hold it together, convincing yourself that maybe, somehow, you could fix it. But heaven says, Stop trying to fix what I've finished. You cannot rewrite a chapter that I have already closed. The moment you accept the ending, you release the energy that keeps you tied to old pain. This is your prophetic moment of release. Heaven is saying to you now, let go gracefully so I can bless you abundantly. Do not chase, do not beg, do not look back. What is gone has fulfilled its divine assignment. A new anointing is waiting for you, and it will not enter until your hands are free. God says, you have spent nights wondering if you were not enough. But hear me clearly, you were never the problem. You were the preparation. I was shaping your heart, refining your patience, and strengthening your faith. The one who leaves only makes room for the one who will stay. The person who exits your life creates the space for the one heaven has ordained for your peace, your growth, and your eternal joy. Archangel Michael declares, the energy of October 5 will carry sacred release. You may wake up that day feeling emotional, distant, or aware of endings. Do not resist it, embrace it. Heaven will not remove anyone meant to stay. Trust that everything happening is perfectly aligned with your highest good. And now, my beloved soul, I want you to do something prophetic. Type in the comments right now, I release what no longer serves my destiny. Write it as a declaration of faith. Your words carry power, and when you speak release, heaven responds with restoration. Like this video to seal your heart in divine peace. Comment your angel number as a sign that you are in alignment with heaven's plan. If this message speaks to your spirit, subscribe so you never miss the next divine revelation. And if this word healed something in you, support the channel through super thanks, helping more souls hear what heaven is saying today. God says, after this goodbye, you will finally breathe again. Your nights will not feel heavy anymore. Your mornings will carry light, and your spirit will rise with peace that only I can give. The person leaving was a lesson. The one coming will be a blessing. The silence you feel now is not abandonment, it's preparation. Heaven is organizing your breakthrough. Even now, angels are working behind the scenes, turning heartbreak into holy transformation. Archangel Michael concludes, beloved soul, do not grieve too long for what's gone. Instead, prepare for what's coming. For what leaves on October 5th will open the gates for divine connection, for partnership, for joy. You will soon testify, that goodbye was my greatest blessing in disguise. If you feel this truth deep within, comment below. I trust God's timing. I'm ready for my new beginning. Heaven is watching your declaration, and the moment you type those words, you align your heart with the flow of miracles that October is carrying toward you. God says, my child, this goodbye is not a punishment. It is preparation for your promotion. What you're losing is not love, it's limitation. The one walking away was never meant to carry the weight of your destiny. I allowed them to be part of your story so you could learn the power of release. For too long, you tried to heal what refused to change. For too long, you prayed for peace in a place I was asking you to leave. But now, I'm giving you the strength to let go with grace. Archangel Michael declares, do not resist the divine separation taking place. When God says it's time to move forward, no force on earth can keep what's meant to leave. The energy you once shared with that person has reached its expiration. This is not rejection, it is redirection. Heaven is shifting your atmosphere, changing your vibration, and making room for the miracle that's been waiting behind the door of your obedience. You will notice the signs, sudden distance, conversations that no longer flow, memories that start to fade. This is heaven softening your heart for release. The same God who opened the connection is now closing it, because its mission has been fulfilled. Stop asking, why? And start saying, thank you, God, for making space for what's next. God says, October 5 is not just a date, it's a spiritual turning point. That's when you will begin to feel peace where pain once lived. You will feel light where heaviness used to be. And when you do, know that it's not coincidence, it's confirmation. I am healing your spirit through the goodbye. Beloved, the reason this person must go is because the blessing that's meant for you cannot arrive in a crowded heart. I am removing what distracts you so you can focus on what will elevate you. Do not confuse attachment with purpose. Some people were lessons dressed as love, mirrors sent to reveal what you needed to heal. Once the healing is complete, the assignment ends. Archangel Michael declares, heaven is not asking you to chase closure, it is offering you clarity. You don't need an explanation to move on when God has already spoken. The unanswered questions will soon fade as peace takes their place. The one who's leaving may not understand, but you will. Because soon, everything that confused you will make sense. Every tear will become testimony. God says, I am making you stronger through the silence. I am teaching you to trust my timing when nothing makes sense. I am teaching you to value peace more than proximity. When you surrender to the goodbye, you open the gate to your blessing. Do not fight this transition. Flow with it. Heaven never subtracts without multiplying later. Listen, beloved soul. Heaven's mathematics are different from Earth's. When something is removed, it's because something greater is being added. You may not see it yet, but I am aligning you with divine partnerships, healed friendships, and peaceful relationships that carry the fragrance of my presence. Archangel Michael declares, your obedience will open your overflow. Every act of release creates room for renewal. When you stop clinging, you start receiving. When you stop chasing, you start attracting. Heaven is watching how you handle this goodbye. Handle it with faith, and you will see restoration sooner than you think. Now type in the comments, I trust the divine goodbye. Declare it publicly so heaven knows your heart is aligned. Write your angel number to mark this moment of surrender. If this message resonates with your spirit, like this video to seal your agreement with heaven. Subscribe to stay connected with divine timing, and share this message to remind another soul that every ending carries a hidden blessing. And if this word brought healing to your heart, support the channel through super thanks. You're helping heaven's words reach others who are still searching for peace. God says, what's leaving is nothing compared to what's coming. You will not end this season empty-handed. I am preparing divine encounters that will restore your laughter, your hope, and your trust in love. By the time the next door opens, you will no longer be broken. You will be brand new. Archangel Michael declares, the pain you feel now will become the proof of your growth. You will thank heaven for every unanswered prayer. You will understand that some people must leave so that your purpose can live. So comment below, I'm ready for my new chapter. Say it with faith, and heaven will move on your behalf. Your goodbye is not a loss, it's your liberation. And on the other side of this farewell lies the miracle you've been praying for. God says, my beloved, the moment you stop fighting for what is leaving, you make space for what I am sending. I know it hurts. I know you gave your all, hoping that love, friendship, or loyalty would be enough to keep it together. But I never asked you to carry what was breaking you. You have held on out of faith, but now I'm asking you to release out of wisdom. The same faith that made you hold on must now help you let go. Archangel Michael declares, this goodbye is not the end of your story. It's the clearing of your path. The energy around you has been heavy because you've been walking with souls whose season in your life has expired. You've been trying to resurrect what heaven has already buried. But heaven says it's time to stop watering dead gardens. I am planting new seeds in fresh soil. Soil that will bear fruit without struggle. Relationships that will not demand you to shrink to be seen. You will feel it soon. The divine calm that follows obedience. The moment you stop resisting what heaven is doing, peace will rush in like a flood. What once broke you will no longer touch your spirit. The memories that once haunted you will lose their power. The name that once triggered tears will no longer shake your peace. You will stand in freedom and say, I finally understand why that goodbye had to happen. God says, this season, I am restoring your discernment. You used to sense when something was off, but love made you ignore the signs. Now I am awakening your spiritual eyes again. You will see who is genuine and who only came to borrow your light. No more counterfeits, no more draining connections, no more emotional confusion. What I am bringing next is pure, peaceful, and aligned with your purpose. Archangel Michael declares, the pain of goodbye is temporary, but the reward of obedience is eternal. Do not cry over closed doors. Celebrate them. Every door that shuts is a sign that your spirit has outgrown that environment. What you thought was rejection is actually redirection. Heaven is leading you toward new assignments, higher connections, and divine encounters. God says, there is someone I have been preparing for you, someone whose heart beats in rhythm with yours. This person cannot arrive until the wrong energy exits. The goodbye you are facing is creating the doorway for the one who will walk with you in peace, faith, and truth. Trust my timing. You won't have to chase what's meant for you. It will recognize your spirit when it sees you. Beloved soul, type this in the comments now as an act of faith. I trust God's removal, and I welcome his renewal. Write it boldly, because your declaration activates heaven's confirmation. Your words are seeds, and when you type them, angels move. Comment your angel number to mark your alignment with divine timing. Like this video if you believe your goodbye is opening your new beginning. Subscribe so you never miss heaven's whispers again. Share this message to help another soul understand that release is not rejection, it's redirection. And if this word touched your heart, support this channel through super thanks. And together, we'll spread divine comfort to the world. God says, the person leaving your life was never your anchor. They were your assignment. You were meant to love them, not to lose yourself in them. Their exit is not a failure. It's a graduation. You have completed the lesson. You are free now, free to heal, free to grow, free to receive love that mirrors mine. Archangel Michael declares, do not look back. The next chapter is not behind you. It's waiting ahead, radiant and holy. Heaven has written restoration into your story, and you will not miss your appointed time. What you think you lost, heaven will multiply. What walked away, heaven will replace with divine stability. God says, the same hands that broke you will not be the ones to bless you. I am sending new hands, healed, gentle, chosen. I am sending a peace that will not vanish when you wake up. I am sending opportunities that match your growth. Beloved, lift your head, dry your tears. October 5 is not your heartbreak, it is your homecoming. You are returning to yourself, to peace, to divine clarity. Heaven is proud of you for choosing growth over comfort. Now, as you listen to these words, type in the comments, I am ready for my divine replacement. Say it with faith, for heaven responds to courage. You are stepping out of what drained you and walking into what fulfills you. You are not losing, you are graduating into greatness. Heaven says, your tears have reached the throne, your obedience has activated favor, and your goodbye has opened the gate to everything you prayed for. Keep your heart open, for what's coming next will not break you, it will bless you. God says, beloved, you have entered a sacred exchange. Every tear you've cried is a seed, every silent prayer a key. The goodbye you're facing is not a loss but an opening. I'm exchanging what was temporary for what is eternal, what was draining for what will be sustaining. The space you're feeling in your life right now is not emptiness, it's preparation. Do not rush to fill it. Let me fill it. Archangel Michael declares, this is the hour of holy detachment. Heaven is training your heart to trust without clinging, to love without losing yourself, to release without resentment. What feels like silence is actually a holy pause. The angels are surrounding you, not with noise, but with guidance. The one leaving your life cannot carry the oil that heaven is pouring on you. This goodbye is proof of your growth. God says, I am purifying your atmosphere. I am removing hidden envy, quiet sabotage, and subtle manipulation that tried to wrap itself around your destiny. This person was part of your story, but they cannot stand under the weight of your calling. Their departure is making space for new alliances, divine connections, and peaceful companionships that match your anointing. You will soon begin to notice a shift, unexpected messages of support, strangers who feel like family, opportunities that flow instead of force. These are signs of alignment. Heaven is not leaving you alone. Heaven is reintroducing you to the people who were meant to love you without agenda. Archangel Michael declares, do not rehearse the pain, rehearse the promise. Your mind will try to replay every moment, every conversation, every what if. That is the enemy's trap to keep you tied to what heaven has already released. Instead, rehearse the promises God gave you. Speak life over your future. Call your next season blessed before you even see it. God says, this goodbye is not closing your heart, it's cleansing it. The walls you built in pain will fall and new trust will rise. You will laugh again without looking over your shoulder. You will love again without fear. You will walk in rooms and feel at home, not drained. The heaviness you've been carrying will break off the moment you say, "Yes, God, I let go." Archangel Michael declares, heaven is not asking for your perfection, just your permission. Give God permission to remove what must go and watch how quickly he fills your hands. When you stop chasing the wrong doors, the right one opens effortlessly. This is why October 5 carries power. This is your appointed time for release and renewal. Now, my beloved soul, speak this into the comments as a prophetic act. I let go of what blocks my blessing. I open my heart to heaven's plan. Type it boldly. Heaven listens to declarations of faith. Write your angel number as a sign of your alignment. Like this video, if you're ready to step into your new chapter. Subscribe so you never miss heaven's whispers of confirmation. Share this message to help another soul preparing for their own divine release. And if this word has healed you, support this channel through super thanks. Your gift is part of heaven's plan to spread light. God says, after the goodbye will come the gathering. I am sending new friends, new mentors, and even new love who will honor your spirit. These are not counterfeits. These are covenant connections. They will not compete with your calling. They will complement it. They will not drain your faith. They will help it grow. Archangel Michael declares, you are stepping into your divine circle. No more pretending to fit where you've outgrown. No more shrinking your light so others won't feel small. The one leaving your life made room for the ones who will celebrate your glow, not dim it. God says, your October 5 is your exodus. This is the day you stop wandering in emotional wilderness and enter your promised land of peace. The door shutting is not the end. It's the opening to the path I've been saving for you. Beloved soul, do not let fear hold you back now. Comment below, I'm stepping into my promised season. Say it with faith, and heaven will accelerate your blessing. Your declaration is your agreement. Your agreement is heaven's invitation. Archangel Michael concludes this flow by saying, beloved, the same God who carried you through heartbreak will carry you into healing. The same angels who shielded you in silence will usher you into your season of singing. What's leaving your life is not a curse. It's a cue that your next chapter is ready to begin. God says, your goodbye is not goodbye at all. It's heaven saying hello to your future. Get ready. Your miracle is moving. Your blessing is breathing. And your name is being whispered in rooms you've never entered yet. Now declare it one last time in the comments. I'm ready for my heaven-sent hello. And watch as the peace of God fills your heart, because your October 5 is the gateway to everything I promised you. God says, my beloved, I am doing something new and unshakable in you. This goodbye is not meant to break you. It is meant to birth you. The person leaving your life was tied to an old version of you, a version that no longer exists. You've evolved. You've prayed. You've matured. You've learned how to love without losing yourself, how to give without being emptied, how to hope even after heartbreak. And because of that, I am calling you into a higher vibration of peace. Archangel Michael declares, the shifting you feel is not chaos, it's alignment. Heaven is rearranging your story with precision. Every closed door, every unanswered call, every sudden distance. These are divine indicators that something greater is being positioned in your path. Do not mourn what is leaving. Celebrate what is making space. Every goodbye carries a seed of beginning. Every tear you shed is watering the soil of your destiny. God says, you are stepping into a season of sacred clarity. The confusion you've lived in will no longer rule your days. The same people who made you doubt yourself will no longer have access to your energy. I am drawing a holy boundary around your heart. Those who are meant to stay will rise to meet you. Those who are not will naturally fall away. Stop trying to hold on to what my hand is removing. I am not taking peace from you. I'm bringing peace to you. Archangel Michael declares, this is the month where heaven rewrites your circle. There will be divine replacements, souls who see you for who you are, not what they can take. People who pray for you behind closed doors, not gossip about you when you're not around. You will finally feel seen. You will finally feel safe. You will finally be surrounded by people who love the light in you instead of being threatened by it. God says, do not waste your energy trying to understand the timing. Trust it. If you knew what I know, you would already be rejoicing. The separation had to happen now because your next opportunity is time sensitive. There's a divine window opening, new territory, new favor, new alignment. And the person leaving you could not cross that threshold. Their vibration cannot exist in the frequency I'm lifting you to. Archangel Michael declares, this goodbye is the gate to your greatness. The moment you say thank you for the ending, you trigger heaven to begin the next chapter. Gratitude is the key that unlocks miracles. Do not curse what left, bless it. Say, thank you, God, for what it taught me. Because what was once painful will soon become powerful. Now, beloved soul, seal your faith by declaring this in the comments. I bless the ending, and I welcome the beginning. Type it now. Heaven hears declarations written in faith. Comment your angel number as your spiritual signature, marking this shift as your own. Like this video to align with the flow of divine favor. Subscribe so you never miss a word from heaven again. Share this message with someone who needs to understand that what's ending is not punishment, it's preparation. And if this message has spoken life into your heart, support through super thanks so more souls can hear what heaven is speaking today. God says, I am sending evidence of my hand in your life within days of this release. Watch how peace finds you in unexpected ways. Watch how opportunities begin to chase you. Watch how new people enter your life carrying the energy of joy instead of confusion. This is not coincidence, it's confirmation. You are entering divine acceleration. Archangel Michael declares, you will not end this season the way you began it. The heaviness that followed you through September will lift. The guilt, the regret, the what-ifs will dissolve. Your heart will no longer ache from absence. It will expand with anticipation. You are about to witness how God turns pain into prophecy. God says, you're October 5th. Goodbye is not the final chapter. It's the title page of your testimony. You will look back and see how every tear was necessary. You will understand why that door had to close. And you will realize that I was never taking something away. I was walking you home to yourself. Archangel Michael declares, beloved, you have been faithful, and heaven has noticed. Your obedience in this transition has activated divine reward. Expect signs within 72 hours of this message reaching your spirit. Angelic numbers repeating, a sudden calm in your atmosphere, or a call that confirms your breakthrough. These are heaven's ways of saying, it's done. Now speak this in the comments as your final declaration. I'm walking into my new season with peace and gratitude. Say it as a prophecy over your life, because the moment you do, heaven will move swiftly to manifest what your heart has believed for. God says, the biggest goodbye leads to your biggest beginning. You are stepping out of what ended and into what was always meant for you. Be still, trust the timing, and watch how heaven rewards your release. Your miracle is closer than you think. God says, beloved, the storm that surrounded your heart is finally passing. You have endured emotional winds that tried to tear your faith apart. You have held on through nights when you couldn't see the way forward. But heaven says, your endurance was not in vain. The pain you felt is the proof that your spirit was growing stronger. The goodbye that once felt like heartbreak will soon be remembered as your awakening. Archangel Michael declares, every ending ordained by heaven carries hidden mercy. You may not understand it yet, but the one who walked away was part of a greater rescue. Heaven saw conversations you didn't hear, thoughts you couldn't read, and motives that were not aligned with your destiny. What you thought was rejection was actually protection. Heaven closed that door to keep your heart intact, to shield you from a disaster you never saw coming. God says, I am proud of how you kept believing when you could have given up. You didn't allow bitterness to take root, and because of that, you are about to reap peace that no human can steal. Your compassion has not gone unnoticed. Your tears have not been wasted. Every time you said, God, I trust you, heaven recorded it. Now the reward is near. You will receive divine compensation for the love, time, and effort that seemed lost. Archangel Michael declares, the divine goodbye is not a curse. It is the bridge to your calling. You are not being pulled away. You are being pulled up. God is elevating you to a level where your purpose becomes clearer and your circle becomes purer. The ones who could not stay would have blocked your growth, so heaven gently removed them before the next door opened. God says, this is your season of divine release and restoration. You are being repositioned for blessings that require solitude before partnership, clarity before connection, and strength before celebration. What left your life made room for what will never leave again. The chapter ahead is one of stability, emotional maturity, and divine companionship, people and opportunities that will not fade when tested. Beloved soul, do not mourn what is gone. Heaven is asking you to celebrate the space, because that space will soon be filled with miracles. The angels are already working behind the scenes. They are aligning divine meetings, unexpected provisions, and peaceful connections. The spiritual atmosphere around you is shifting in your favor. Now listen closely. This is important. Heaven is saying, do not speak death over what I am using for life. Stop saying, I lost them. Start saying, God made room. Stop saying, it's over. Start saying, it's unfolding. Every word you speak is a seed. Speak faith, and faith will flourish. Archangel Michael declares, this is the divine law of transition, release to receive. The more you let go, the more heaven gives. The more you surrender, the faster blessings flow. The one who left made room for the one who will stay and honor you. The friendship that faded made room for a tribe that will stand with you through every season. The opportunity that slipped away made space for something beyond your imagination. God says, do not chase what's leaving. Prepare for what's coming. You have entered the divine countdown of fulfillment. October 5th was never about loss. It was about liberation. What you thought was ending was actually your emancipation from emotional captivity. From this moment on, your spirit will walk lighter, your dreams will return stronger, and your joy will rise like morning light. Beloved, declare this now in the comments as a prophetic act of agreement. I am grateful for divine protection and prepared for divine connection. Write your angel number beneath it as a symbol of faith and alignment. Like this video to affirm your readiness for your new beginning. Subscribe to stay connected to heaven's daily guidance. Share this message to help another heart understand that goodbyes are the language of God's guidance. And if this message touched your soul, bless this channel through super thanks, so we can keep spreading heaven's hope to more souls like yours. Archangel Michael declares, you will soon see signs of divine reversal. The person who doubted you will see you elevated. The one who walked away will hear of your breakthrough. The same pain that almost broke you will birth your testimony. Heaven is not just restoring what you lost, it's upgrading it. God says, you will recognize the blessing by the peace it carries. What's coming next won't confuse you. It won't demand explanations or prove your worth. It will feel right, flow easily, and reflect my love perfectly. You will finally understand that every delay, every denial, and every goodbye was leading you home to my perfect plan. Beloved, type your final declaration below. I trust heaven's goodbye, and I welcome my miracle hello. Say it with faith. Heaven is listening, because this is your turning point, the moment where tears become testimony, endings become beginnings, and your heart finally learns. Every divine goodbye is heaven's way of saying, my child, your blessing is ready. God says, beloved, take a deep breath, for the heaviness you feel is not the end. It's the final release before your rising. You've walked through a valley that tested your trust, where silence felt louder than faith and loss felt permanent. But heaven says the silence was sacred. It was in that quiet space that I was rebuilding your heart, rewiring your faith, and preparing your life for divine acceleration. What you thought was me withholding was actually me protecting. What you saw as delay was me arranging divine order. Archangel Michael declares, you have reached the threshold of transformation. Everything that is not meant to cross into your destiny is being stripped away right now. Relationships that drain you, environments that limit you, thoughts that imprison you. They are all being purged by heaven's fire. Do not resist this cleansing. Flow with it. You are being refined, not ruined. The pain of this goodbye is simply the sound of your old life letting go. God says, I saw how you kept giving even when you were running empty. I watched as you smiled through heartbreak, prayed through confusion, and believed when belief hurt. And because you did not quit, I am now turning your mourning into manifestation. The very day you thought you would break will be the day your breakthrough arrives. You are about to see me move in ways that will silence every doubt. Archangel Michael declares, heaven has recorded your endurance. You didn't just survive the storm, you learned how to dance in the rain. That is why the next chapter of your life will not resemble the last one. Your next season will not begin in pain. It will begin in peace. This is heaven's reward for your resilience. God says, the one who left was part of your training, not your destination. They came to teach, to test, and to reveal. Now their assignment is complete. Do not chase what I've already concluded. The blessing I have for you requires both your hands free and your heart healed. What's coming cannot coexist with what's gone. Heaven whispers, release them gently, forgive completely, and rise confidently. The person leaving may never say sorry, but your healing doesn't depend on their apology. It depends on your surrender. The quicker you forgive, the faster the promise finds you. Archangel Michael declares, the moment you release, angels are dispatched. They move ahead of you, clearing paths, preparing new encounters, and placing divine helpers in your future. The very ground you once cried on will bloom with blessings. Every unanswered prayer will now echo with heaven's yes. God says, I am restoring your laughter. There will be days soon where you will wake up smiling without reason, because peace will finally feel natural. The anxiety you carried like armor will fall away, replaced by calm confidence. I am giving you back your rhythm, your joy, and your readiness for love that mirrors mine. Now, beloved, heaven is inviting you to respond in faith. Type this in the comments right now as your declaration. I am releasing the old and welcoming heaven's new. Let your words become a prayer in motion. Write your angel number to mark this prophetic shift in your timeline. Like this video, if your spirit agrees with heaven's move, subscribe to stay connected to divine revelation and daily guidance. Share this message so someone else can find peace in their goodbye. And if this word brought light to your heart, bless this channel through super thanks and join the mission to spread angelic comfort to others in transition. God says, October 5th will be remembered as your day of reversal. The tears you shed will become seeds of testimony. I will make the same place where you were broken the stage where you are blessed. You will walk into spaces you once felt unworthy of, and grace will announce your arrival. Those who misunderstood your silence will witness your success. Archangel Michael declares, this is the divine pattern. Death before destiny, pruning before power, goodbye before greatness. Do not misread the chapter you're in. You are not being reduced. You are being refined. The departure you're grieving is the divine setup for your arrival into purpose. God says, within days, you will receive confirmation of this word, a sign so specific, so peaceful, you will know it was heaven's hand. It may come through a dream, a number sequence, a message, or an unexpected opportunity, but when it appears, say boldly, this is my divine beginning. Beloved, say it now in the comments as your act of agreement. I'm walking into my divine beginning with peace and purpose. Say it with faith, because your words are aligning heaven's movement over your life. Archangel Michael declares, heaven rejoices when you release. The chains of emotional bondage are falling even now. Your heart is lighter, your mind is clear, your path is open. What was once delayed is being delivered. God says, this is your rebirth season. What leaves will never be missed, because what arrives will overflow. What breaks will be rebuilt stronger, and what once felt like goodbye will soon sound like grace. Beloved, rest in this truth. Your goodbye was not a loss. It was your liberation. Heaven is already writing your next chapter in gold.